You're listening to TurkishSoccer.com's podcast. My name is Ahmet Bob Turgut. Hello, everyone. Well, with another edition of Turkish Super League podcast, we'll talk about what happened in the past weekend in the week 39, and we'll also talk about the busy schedule coming up in the Turkish Super League starting Saturday. In 8 days, they will play 3 matches, ladies and gentlemen. Week 40, Week 41, and Week 42 will end May 15th. So when it's May 15th, end of the day, we will find out who will go down from the Turkish Super League, and we'll also find out who will be the champions of Turkey this season. Well, if you look at the standings, looks like Besiktas has good advantage to claim the title, but nothing has finished yet. Looking back to week 39, all the top 3 teams won their matches, and Besiktas won it huge with a huge score, 7-0 against Hatayspor, and Canadian international player Kyle Larin scored 4 goals in that match. So he brought his goal scoring to 19 goals so far in the Turkish Super League season, not counting what he scored in the Turkish Cup matches. So he is standing in the leading goal scorer, second place with 19 goals. The first place player is Bufenza. Aaron Bufenza is from Hatayspor. Besiktas defense pretty much locked him very good against Besiktas, and he hasn't scored in that match. He didn't score in that match. So Aaron Bufenza has 21 goals. In the next 3 matches, we'll see if Kyle Larin could claim the top spot in the Turkish Super League as far as leading goal scorer. But Aaron Bufenza is ahead of him right now with 21 goals. As I told you, Kyle Larin has 19 goals. Okay, looking back to week 39 and the results, and then I will talk about the biggest derby match coming up this weekend. One other note to give you, and all the matches coming up this coming Saturday, it will be on Saturday, and it will be at same time. As a matter of fact, week 41 and week 42 matches will be playing at the same time and same day. So week 39 started on May 1st on Saturday. There was only one match that day, and Turkish Super League top team Besiktas beat Hatayspor at home, as I mentioned to you a little while ago, 7-0. This was a huge for Besiktas because, as I told you in my last podcast, I said they had to win this match, which they did, and with a huge score, 7-0. On Sunday, you had matches playing in Denizli. Denizli said goodbye to, as I mentioned to you last podcast too, was at home. They lost to Rizespor. They're pretty much done. As a matter of fact, they're done. And Konyaspor was at home against Fatih Karagümrük. Konyaspor, with a surprise score, they beat Fatih Karagümrük with 5-1 score. In Antalya, another upset there. Göztepe beat Antalya in Antalya 3-2. And Gençlerbirliği Galatasaray match, as I mentioned to you, Galatasaray with winning this match against Galatasaray in Ankara 2-0. They're still pushing for the title, but they're a little behind. They're in the 3rd place. We'll see what happens after this weekend. And Gençlerbirliği, pretty much they're in second from the bottom. I think I'm going to look at their schedule to let you know. But I think Gençlerbirliği and Denizlispor is pretty much out of the scene for next season for the Turkish Super League. And Monday we had quite a matches. Başakşehir last year's defending champions with winning against Ankaragücü 2-1. They're in a comfortable position right now, out of the danger zone right now. They're looking very comfortable at least after week 39. In Malatya, Malatyaspor hosted Kayserispor, and that match tied it 1-1. And Kasımpaşa at home beat Alanyaspor. Alanyaspor does not look good lately. They Kasımpaşa beat them 3-0. And last match in the week 39, Fenerbahçe was at home. They beat Erzurumspor 3-1. Now, the biggest match, probably this week 40, will be the deciding week for who is going to claim the title in the Turkish Super League and who will be the two other teams will be going down next season from Turkish Super League. As after week 38, I could tell you the standings, and the standings looks like this with the points. Besiktas is on top with 81 points, and Fenerbahçe is in second place with 76 points, and Galatasaray is in third place with 75 points. So as you could see, Besiktas has the advantage as we go into last stretch of the season. Last 3 matches in 8 days, ladies and gentlemen. This is another thing that is going to be huge. Just to give you an update on Mesut Özil, he did play. He came back from the injury, and he did play, and he came out in the second half. But he still is not 100% on the field. I could tell you that. So even though Fenerbahçe and Galatasaray has a lot of weapons, better players probably, as I told you last podcast, Besiktas has more very narrow bench, and they don't have that many players. As you know, Abu Bakar is still hurt. We don't know if he's going to play against Galatasaray. And that is why, and Besiktas also has a rookie goalkeeper in their goal who is only 20 years old. This is a huge thing. Now, week 40, all the matches will be playing on Saturday at the same time. And the biggest match, the derby of the year, I should say, will be between Galatasaray and Besiktas. Galatasaray will be at home, no fans. Besiktas will be traveling to their turf. But the advantage is on Besiktas' side. Even Fatih Terim, Galatasaray coach, said that they're trailing. They're behind Besiktas. They want to see, he said he wants to see if we could win this match, and then we'll figure out. But even though, in the worst cases for Besiktas, if they lose this match, because the gap still be there, because Besiktas, point-wise, are much better than Fenerbahçe and also Galatasaray. Let's say with Besiktas with 81 points going into Galatasaray match. Galatasaray at 75 points. Even, let's say, if Galatasaray wins this match, they will reach to 78. Besiktas will stay in 81 points. And if Fenerbahçe wins their match in the week 40, I'll come to that, who they're going to be playing. They will earn up to 70. It will be, their points will be 79. There still be 2 points difference. Now, Besiktas in 3 matches, all they need is 3 points. That is why this week, this coming up weekend on Saturday, it's very important as far as deciding who will be claiming the title. If Besiktas gets a point or wins, it's all over. And also, in the bottom, We'll talk about that. But let me run down what will happen in week 40, what games we have. Erzurumspor will host Kasımpaşa. Very critical match as far as the relegation zone. Ankaragücü will host Fenerbahçe. Another relegation zone team, Ankaragücü, will be playing against the top contender who's chasing the title, Fenerbahçe. Sivasspor will be at home against Başakşehir, meaningless match. Kayserispor will host Gaziantep, very crucial match. Rizespor will be at home against Yeni Malatya. This should be very interesting, even though Malatya is on top of the relegation zone. Next 3 weeks, if they lose matches, they're going to be in trouble. In Hatay will be hosting Denizlispor, meaningless match. As I told you, Galatasaray Besiktas match, the match of the weekend, the biggest derby of the season, will happen same time with all these matches. Fatih Karagümrük will be hosting Gençler Birliği, meaningless match. Göztepe Konya match is also meaningless. And Trabzonspor will host Antalyaspor. Nothing to it because Trabzonspor pretty much in the 4th place. And Alanyaspor will have a bye. Now, after week 40 plays on Saturday, all the matches. And then week 41 will start on Tuesday, May 11th. All these matches will be playing at the same time on Tuesday. Week 42, after Tuesday, week 42 will be played on May 15th, Saturday. So, if you look at it, teams are resting now until Saturday. But starting Saturday, in 8 days, all these teams will play, most of them, 3 matches in 8 days. That's insane. That is insane. That's why I think because even though Besiktas, I'm going to come to what remaining matches they have. Even though with Besiktas with 81 points, they can't not take this Galatasaray match very lightly. They have to at least earn against Galatasaray 1 point or 3 points if they win. But if you put right now, but you never know because Galatasaray coach Fatih Terim has got the experience. And as you know, Sergen Yalçın, Besiktas coach, used to play for Fatih Terim when he coached the national team back in 1990s, starting back in 1990s. So Besiktas, in the last 3 weekends after playing Galatasaray, they will be at home against Fatih Karagümrük, and their last match will be in Izmir against Göztepe. And second place team, Fenerbahçe, will play against Ankaragücü this weekend, and then they will be at home. Ankaragücü match will be in Ankara, by the way. And they after that, week 41, they will host Sivasspor in Istanbul. Their last match, it's going to be in Kayseri. So Kayseri is in danger zone. They're in a relegation zone. That's very going to be tight for them. And Galatasaray, after playing Besiktas this weekend in the derby match, they will travel Denizli. Denizli is already said goodbye to Turkish Super League. And it's going to be, I don't think Galatasaray will have a problem there. But their last match, Malatyaspor at home, could be a trouble for Galatasaray because Malatya could be in trouble in the last weekend. Now, looking at the top 3 teams, Besiktas scored 85 goals. They earned 81 points. They all allowed 38 goals. Fenerbahçe scored 67 goals. They allowed 37 goals. Galatasaray scored only 70 goals, and they allowed only 33 goals. So Galatasaray doesn't score a lot, but they also don't allow any much goals. So, ladies and gentlemen, I know the time is coming up for me. So, the 15 minutes is up. I will see you after end of the week 40 But this is the deciding